Have you ever wondered what it would be like to make love with a duck? I don't mean sex. I mean make love, but with a duck. Would the duck love you back? Would the duck treat you like an ordinary human being? Would the duck treat you like one of its own? Or will the duck just ignore you for the rest of time? So today I'm going to show you guys a simple card trick, a very easy one. As a matter of fact, one of the easiest card tricks you'll ever do. It's so easy that I'm sure Ray Charles could do it, and he's black. Blind. Ray Charles is blind. Dead. Ray Charles is dead. So get out your favorite deck of playing cards and follow along with this treat of a trick. Whoa. It's simple, really. All you need is to take a deck of cards and give it what's known in the business as a casino wash shuffle. That's just when you spread the cards like this and you make sure that there isn't any card going in any particular direction. You see, because dirty, disgusting card cheats like me, what they could do is they could shave the sides of the cards and they could determine the difference between the feel of certain cards. But this way, you can't determine anything because all the cards are facing every which direction. There is no way that I could control this particular mix of cards. I'll put the box in there. It doesn't matter. I'll put the light in there. It doesn't matter because anything that I do is not going to keep the deck in any particular order. It's going to mix the cards up, my friends, well beyond my control. And here's where the participant is instructed to reach in and, well, just touch a card. Just touch any card they want. Let's say they happen to touch this one over here. Of course, I wouldn't know it because of the amount of cough syrup that I've ingested in the past 36 minutes. But they remember it to be the out of focus card. Thank you, the 10 of hearts. The 10 of hearts. The spectator, the participant is instructed to please remember this card and not forget it. This card is then, of course, thrown somewhere, thrusted into the middle of the wash. Again, lost forevermore. No way for me to control it. Even though I've spent my life practicing how to control cards, there's no way I could control any of this. But watch, look, with my hands empty, I'm going to square up the cards just like this. I'm going to square them up. I don't even have to see this. I could be blindfolded right now. It doesn't matter because my skill is that advanced, as is
my early onset dementia.
All it takes, my friends, is just one simple cut. One simple cut. And we've managed to locate one card in the mess. Sir, what card did you pick? The 10 of hearts? That's what I thought. That is what I thought. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun? Isn't that wonderful? And it's so easy to do. All you got to do is this. That's it. That's all you got to do. Look, right here. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's the effort that you got to put. Yeah, I did a fancy little one-handed cut at the end, but you don't need to do that. That's just me being a virgin. If you want to show me your virgin qualities, you should check out the PigCake Magic Academy, the sponsor of this video. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card stuff, coin stuff. You get access to over 1,000 videos already. I know you might be saying, oh my God, that's quantity but not quality. They're quality videos going over everything you need to do to become the best card magician you could possibly be. You want to learn some mentalism? That's $10 a month. Again, the price of 2 White Claws at any local bar is what you would be paying for access to thousands of videos, potentially. Also, I upload there every single day, every week, every 5 minutes I'm uploading. So you get a grand total of 5 videos every single week. I'm always uploading. It's not like, oh, I'm uploading once a month or twice a month. No, it's 5 times a week, my friends. That's a lot. It's a lot of content, a lot of quality content, boys. So check it out, and you're not going to be disappointed. Just like I'm disappointed in my father. So it'd be the opposite of the disappointment that I have for my father. So this right here is just malarkey, right? And according to the most popular president in all of history, no malarkey. So this is just a nice little part that you could just add a casino wash shuffle. It's not really anything that's important to the trick, but it's nice, right? The cards are going every which direction. It doesn't look like you could control the cards, so that's why I like this. You don't have to do it, But ultimately, it looks like everything is hands off, right? And the spectator could have a nice little time just rubbing up on the cards, and then you could rub up on them, and it becomes a nice thing for everyone. And ultimately, you're going to have the spectator touch whichever card they want. So in this case, let's say they touch the King of Hearts. And here's the work, my friends. All I'm going to do is notice the positioning of my fingers. Notice the positioning of my fingers, my middle finger specifically, and my forefinger, also my thumb. Don't forget the thumb. All I'm going to do is that after I show them the card, I'm just going to press with my thumb against the space between my forefinger and my middle finger, just like this. That's all I'm doing, which is going to put a nice little bit of a dent on the card, a Harvey dent for those of you DC comic absolute loser virgins. So you just put a little bit of a dent there. That's it, a crimp as the magicians call it. And this is taking place as you lift up this section of cards and just throw the card in there. And it doesn't matter because at this point, look at what's happening. You're mixing all the cards. All the cards are being mixed. There's no way that you could have control over any card, which is true. I mean, there are ways, but it's pretty difficult. And in this case, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that card has a nice little bend in it. So when you square up the cards, look what's going to happen here automatically. Again, not much effort on your end, my friends. Some people might say, oh, PigCake, I have a hard time doing this. I have a hard time doing this. Well, then maybe I suggest getting into something else, right? But if you're interested, then look at this. Look at what happens here. You got the card. Just as easy as that because of the large gap. There's a large gap that's made. You see that? You can't miss it. There's a massive gap right there made by the fact that the card has a little crimp on it. You see that? A little bit of nut butter on that. So all I have to do is just drop the cards like this. And if you want, you could do a one-handed cut, right? That's an easy thing. I've seen The Undertaker, Mark Calloway do it. So that means that you could probably do it. And all I'm looking for is that just that nasty bend on the card. That lets me know what the card is. Now, obviously, you don't want to do it that massive or you don't want to make it that obvious that you're staring at this massive slit, this gap. So you want to be a little bit more discreet with it. But I know the card's down the bottom of the deck. So I could do anything that involves having that card on the bottom of the deck. If you want, you could force the card. There are many card forces. All I did was just a simple revelation where I did a one-handed cut and I found the card. That's a nice way to do it. If you want, you could do a production, right? You could do one of these card productions just like this. Look at that. That looks cool, right? That looks cool. And you find a spectator's card. All I'm doing there, if you want to find out how that's done, is I'm just, look at that. I'm pressing on the upper corner. This is where it gets a little bit complicated. And I'm doing a cut. But I'm bringing that card along for the ride. You see that? So that card is now on the bottom of this packet. As I swing cut another packet, switch the other packet, which is going to make it a false cut. And now when I swing cut everything, look at what's happening. That card is on the bottom of this packet. So all I have to do is just use my dirty little thumb to bring it back up, and I'm good to go. You could do the same thing without the cuts. You could just do this, like that, and produce the card that way. So it's going to be up to you how you reveal the card to the participant, but you have a nice way of finding their card in a way that's no effort. No effort, because all you did was this right here. That's all you did. Is that really hard to do? Let me know in the comment section below if this is hard to do. Some people might go, oh, I'm not skilled in sleight of hand like you are, Master Piggy. Oh, please, here is my wife. Use her as a concubine. But this is easy. This is easy to do. So definitely consider doing this as a card control because you don't do anything. Look at that. Cards in there, throw it in there, doesn't matter. They could shuffle. They can mix the cards however they want. When you score up the cards, all you have to do is just cut that card to the top of the deck and you're good to go. Look at that. Easy as cake, my friends. Easy as cake. Each and every single time. Look at that. You could even do one of these. You could do one of these fancy productions. Let them know that you've never seen the shape of a vagina. You had a fast car. I wanted to get to anywhere. We had to make a decision. Leave tonight. I forgot the rest. Welcome to the end portion of this video, my friends. This is the part that I enjoy the most because it's after the magic, right? This is when we could chat together like we're in a lounge, right? Imagine that I'm sat across from you and we're talking. That's what I like about this last part. It's almost like a face-to-face conversation between you and I. Hope you enjoyed that. Card trick, control, super easy. All you have to do is just bend the card slightly and find the card. I remember being shown similar things by lay people, believe it or not. But they put like a doggy bend on the cards, and it's obvious. They just fold the corner, and then they refine the same card because it's the only card in the deck with a folded corner. And now you have a ruined deck because your card is bent to shit. But with this method, it's very easy to just undo. You could just do that, and it's undone. You don't have to really care about the condition of the cards because it's something that solves itself through shuffles and cuts. But it's a nice, easy way of controlling a card, right? For those of you guys that are always looking for easy ways to do stuff because you're lazy. Any advice I could give you at the end of the video? Yes, some definite advice, some bombastic, dynamic advice at the end of the video. When it comes to talking to someone, make sure that you have prolonged eye contact with the individual, right? Because if you wander, then they're going to think that you really don't care about the conversation. So imagine, look at the difference between this and this, right? Yeah, so she was telling me on how big it is and how she's never had someone so big. And it hurts to this day because of me. And it's never been the same. Whereas if I go and I talk to you directly, right, and I tell you, you know what's crazy? That she still calls me and says, hey, come back, I miss you. Just because of how massive and agape I made her because of our interaction that one lustful night. You see the difference, right? So eye contact is important.